hybridization, which is most important part of the plant breeding, is also defined as mating or crossing of two plants, of a dissimilar genotype. The chief objective of hybridization is to create genetic variation. So hybridization is responsible for creation of a genetic variation or variety of plant species. So when two genotypically different plants are crossed, the genes from the both parents are brought together in F1 generation and segregate and recombinate and produce many new gene combinations in F2 generation or in later generation. The degree of variation produced in segregating generations is called your heterozygous genes. This number of genes for which two parents are different. If the two parents are closely related, they are likely to differ for few genes only. But if they are not related, are distantly related, or may differ from several point of views, even a few hundred of genes, however, it is mostly unlikely that two parents will ever differ for all the genes. Therefore, it is said that the F1 is 100% heterozygous in case of hybridization of two parents which are differ far from each other. It is reference only to those genes for which two parents differ. The aim of hybridization may be transfer of one or few qualitative characters, improvement, or one or more quantitative characters, or use of the F1 as a hybrid variety. So, many hybrid varieties are produced from hybridization. So, this hybridization is the most important part of your plant breeding, which requires some technique. So, techniques from hybridization are of two types. One is your self-pollinated crops, hybridization in self-pollinated crops, hybridization in cross-pollinated crops. So, now we come to hybridization in self-pollinated crops. So, pedigree method, bulk method and backcross methods are in practice. Pedigree method. In this method, F1 hybrids possessing desirable characters are selected. The seeds from each plant are collected and grown separately to rise up to generation. This process repeated for a number of generations. Finally, the plants with desired characters are recommended for cultivation. Bulk method. In this case, the F1 hybrids, rather than being grown separately or grown in bulk, seed from F2 parents, F2 plants are also sown together, and the process continued for 5 to 6 generations till homozygous is obtained. Then backcross method. In F1 hybrid, in this method are crossed by one of the above mentioned methods. This method is useful in improvement of both self and cross-pollinated crops. Hybridization in cross-pollinated crops. Next, one is single cross, then is double cross, then is a three-way cross, another is a top cross, and last is a synthetic cross. In case of single cross, example A cross with B, the hybrids are distributed directly to farmers for cultivation, or C crossed with D. Then if A crossed with B or C crossed with D, it is a single cross. Now, in case of double, A crossed with B, C crossed with D. In case C crossed with D, result is CD, and in case A crossed with B, result is AB. Now, cross between AB and CD, that is called double cross. Double cross hybrid, that is both AB, CD are present. And three-way cross, that cross among three, that is A, B and C. A, B and C. Simultaneously, if we cross between among three, A, B and C, then we get A cross B cross C, which is the three-way cross, and third partner parent, which is used as a male parent. For example, three parents A, B, F1 produced A cross B and cross C, and finally F2, that is A cross B cross C. Top cross, it is a cross between inbreed and an open pollinated variety. That is, variety cross inbreed is a top cross. That is, with a hybrid variety and with an open pollinated variety cross then that is called a top cross. So, cross between hybrid variety and open pollinated variety is called a top cross. A number of, then you come to synthetic cross. A number of inbreeds are crossed in order to combine different desirable characters into one variety. It's called a synthetic cross. That is, when a number of inbreeds are crossed in order to combine a different desirable characters into one variety, that is called your synthetic cross. Types of hybridization. Next, after discussion about techniques of hybridization, definition of hybridization, then you come to types of hybridization. Among the types, that is interspecific and intergeneric. Interspecific hybridization and intergeneric hybridization. In case of interspecific hybridization, the plants of different species of two belong to the same genus are crossed together. Plants of two different species belong to the same genus crossed together is called an interspecific hybridization. And the example is your sugarcane. Example is your potatoes. Sugarcane, two species of sugarcanes are cultivated in India, that is Saccharum officinarum in central and south India, while Saccharum barberi is grown in northern India. Both of these species are susceptibly red, lodging and drought resistant variety. A wild species of sugarcane, that is Saccharum spontaneum, has genes for resistance to disease, to which cultivated of species are susceptible. Therefore, to introduce a gene for resistance to disease, both the cultivated species were crossed with wild species. So, Saccharum spontaneum individually and thus high yielding disease resistance can have been evolved. That is, if we cross with the cultivated species of Saccharum and cultivated species of wild variety of Saccharum, then we get a hybrid variety. Hybrid variety. It was found that hybrid shows some bad features of wild species like sugar content. So bad characters have to get rid of. For this, backcross is carried out. In backcross, hybrid is crossed with cultivated species. Hybrid into cultivated species, then we got, that is, we get a special hybrid which is 75% cultivated and 25% wild. So by continuing backcross, sugarcane remove the wild variety, and by continuing hybridization, we lastly get the sugarcane which is your variety of your hybrid variety, and that is called cultivated variety. Now you come to potato. In case of potato, Solanum ribini is a wild diploid species of potato. Solanum ribini is a wild diploid species of potato and is resistant to frost and virus infection. Another species of Solanum tuberosum is a cultivated and tetraploid species. The characters of wild species can be introduced to cultivated one, but the two species do not cross with each other because different polyploidy levels. One is a tetraploidy, another is a diploidy. So Solanum ribini is first raised to tetraploid level by autopolyploidy and then crossed with the Solanum tuberosum. So Solanum ribini is raised to the tetraploid level by autopolyploidy and lastly it crossed with the variety of Solanum tuberosum. And this all about your interspecific hybridization. Next you come intergeneric hybridization. It is interspecific among the species hybridization of same species. Now in cross between plants belong to different genera. Interspecific hybridization means the hybridization takes place between the two species of same genus, two different species of the same genus. But in case of intergeneric hybridization, that is cross between two different genera constituting the intergeneric hybridization. Example, cross between sugarcane and sorghum, cross between triticum and Sakhalin. So sugarcane takes about 9 months to ripe and no other crop can be grown like this. Sorghum, on the other hand, it is a short duration crop that is ripe in between 3 to 4 months. So early maturing of sugarcane varieties have been evolved by crossing with the sorghum. But since sorghum has less sugar content, the cross results in a hybrid with less sugar content. Therefore, by repeating back cross of the hybrid with sugarcane, early maturing varieties having normal sugarcanes have been evolved. So, by two genera, that is one is sugarcane genera and another is a sorghum genera. In case of sugarcane, that is sugar content is more. In case of sorghum, sugar content is less, and but ripening character is more advanced. That is, it takes ripening character 3 to 4 months, but sugarcane requires 9 months for ripening. So, in case of sugarcane, which is more sugar content, have to reduce to time or gene of the sorghum to take 3 to 4 months for ripening. So, cross between sugarcane and sorghum is an intergeneric hybridization. Like that, cross between triticum and secale, that by crossing triticum and secale, intergeneric hybrid triticale has been evolved. Triticum, that is secale, intergeneric hybrid, that is triticale has been evolved. So, wheat and sickle, intergeneric hybrid, triticale has been evolved. It is a intergeneric hybridization. So, this is all about your hybridization. So, hybridization is one of the important characters of your plant breeding. So, what is hybridization? Mature crossing of two plants, mating or crossing of two plants of a dissimilar genotypes. And the main objective for hybridization is to create genetic variation. So, some techniques for hybridization is there, and some types of hybridization is there. So, this is all about your hybridization. Types of hybridization: interspecific, intergeneric, and hybridization. The techniques for hybridization is your self-pollinated cross and hybridization in cross-pollinated cross. These are several methods for hybridization, and hybridization types, that is interspecific and intergeneric hybridization. So, again we discussed about that is the steps for hybridization. Several successive steps for hybridization is to selection of parents from the available material possessing desired characters. Selection of parents of the desired characters. Second step, is the selfing of plants to obtain homozygosity in desired characters. This step is not practiced in case of self-pollinated crops because they are already homozygous. Third is emasculation. In this part, anthers are removed before they mature and have their pollens. Purpose: emasculation is to prevent self-pollination. It is not practiced in unisexual crops. So, in case of bisexual plants or flowers, the removal of anthers is called your emasculation. Before the maturation, the removal of anther takes place, and desired anthers are taken for consideration of crushing. Bagging, tagging, labeling of males as well as females to be used in cross is done. Fifth step is crushing, in which the pollen from bagged males are dust on the bagged of female plant. Lastly, seeds are collected from the crossed plants after maturity and seeds are maintained separately and sown in the coming season of rising after generations. Now, heterosis. In cross-pollinated, heterosis is also another important part of your plant breeding. In case of cross-pollinated species, species reproducing asexually which are highly heterozygous. In case of cross-pollinated, that is, species and species reproducing asexually which are highly heterozygous. Inbreeding leads to severe reduction of fertility and vigority. So, again come, what happens in cross-pollinated species? Now, species and species reproducing asexually which are highly heterozygous, inbreeding leads to severe reduction of fertility and vigority, phenomenon known as inbreeding depression. On the other hand, hybridization between unrelated strains are generally results increased vigor and fertility. A phenomenon of hybrid vigor result which is called a heterosis. Most of the improved varieties of the crops, either hybrids or composites, both availing advantages of heterosis. In cross-pollinated species, inbreeding leads to vigor and fertility. This phenomenon is known as inbreeding depression. In cross-pollinated species, inbreeding leads to loss and vigor and loss of the fertility. A phenomenon is known as inbreeding depression. There is a general reduction in the size of various parts and the yield. In many species, harmful recessive alleles appear in varying sequence. Many lines may be lost. So, self-pollinated species, on the other hand, and adapted to inbreeding and do not show any inbreeding depression. Heterosis due to your hybrid vigority. Hybrid vigor is the name, cannot be increased size, yield, general vegetables, luxuriance, resistance to disease and to insects, etc. observed in F1 generation of certain process as compared to the parents. So this is called your hybrid vigor. The effect of changed nucleus and relatively unchanged cytoplasm upon each other. Heterosis is lost by inbreeding. Thus, maintain optimum heterosis, seed must be produced every year by crushing the pure parent lines which are constantly maintained. So, another important point is synthetic varieties. Synthetic varieties are produced by crushing in all possible combination of number of lines that combine well. The steps production of synthetic varieties are evaluation of parallel lines, parental lines using polycross test, and production of synthetic varieties by mixing of seeds of all parental lines and harvesting of pollinated seed from the resulting crop. By making all possible single cross and mixing the seeds and then multiplication of seeds thus produced. So with this we discussed today's discussion about hybridization and heterosis and your synthetic varieties.